I don't say what needs to be said. I drop my phone and I'm going to see if I could figure out how to add that in with the original one so I won't have to start over. Ooh, I'm hot in this onesie too. But I don't say it because of my fear of losing the connection with someone. You know, I'm very aware of things that I should say and that I don't say. Now, sometimes I do say things, but I noticed when I do say what it is on my mind, whoever I say that to, I lose that relationship instantly. And I'm talking about women, because I don't have this, you know, I have a whole lot of men in my life that I would have this issue with. I'm talking about women. But it's funny because last week, I was talking to one of my girlfriends about, what was we talking about? Somehow we got on the conversation about, I think I was saying that, she didn't know about me that I had been married 3 times. And somehow we was talking about sex because I said that when I started that job at Amazon that I was going to find me somebody that I can get me some sex from because it's been so long since I had some sex. I just was under the assumption there was going to be some good looking guys that worked there. I ended up at the Amazon site of Misfits. And so and I'm very good at seeing the potential of what somebody can look like. So it's not that I'm looking at them on the surface level of what they look like in the moment. I can see, you know, that, he might clean up well or whatever, because I can clean them up too, but I don't want to do that anymore because I don't build no more bears. I'm not a Build-A-Bear anymore. At any rate, we were talking, me and this other friend, and we were talking about sex, and I mentioned that I'm a prude, because I am a prude in the sense that I don't really like to talk about sex, especially with men. Like, you know, I don't even like to talk about sex with the partner who I'm having sex with. It's just something about it is just uncomfortable for me. And so, you know, I learned probably about 15 to 20 years ago what a prude was. And so I'm just a prude. And it's not like I'm like super proud of being a prude. It's just who the fuck I am. And I sent a voice message because when we were talking about this situation, me and the original person that I was talking to about it, all of a sudden she got off the phone because she said she was at the store and she had to do some stuff and she was going to call me right back. But she never called me back, and we were like right in the middle of a good conversation, and which is rare for me and this person because she dominates the conversation with her, you know, her religion, because she's a Christian. And so, you know, and she bases our friendship on this connection of Christianity that she feels like we both have because I'm a former Christian. And so anytime I say anything, anytime I do anything, she brings the Christianity in and she starts to pray up for me and all this. Well, this conversation was like would consider, you know, what is the word that people say, like worldly? This was a worldly conversation because we were talking about sex, and she's a Scorpio. So she loves sex and she's very freaky. And she's never really revealed that to me like that. But different little things that she has said and done has revealed it to me. And the fact that she's a Scorpio. So I knew she was like freaky because Scorpios love sex. They like super freaky. And so I think this conversation for her was uncomfortable because it was revealing more of who she was to me that she didn't want to reveal. She wants you to see her as this Christian who don't live like that, and she's going to find the perfect godly man for her to be with. And so I was a little frustrated in the fact that she just kind of ended the conversation abruptly and then didn't call me back like she said she would. And so probably maybe 35, 45 minutes after she didn't call me back, I sent a voicemail to another friend about the conversation. And was referencing the fact that the friend that I actually sent the audio message to had been in a threesome, and you know, I'm really curious as to why really freaky women seem to want to be in conversation with me, because they're not my friends. And they, you know, that's a hard pill to swallow, to realize that they not my friends. I am just somebody that they can talk to about whatever they want, because they're the kind of people that you call because you want to talk. When you call somebody, and just in case people didn't know, if you listen to this video, when you call somebody, that's something that you want to talk about. But the women in my life, when I call them, it's like they feel like it's a privilege for them to talk to me about whatever the hell they want to talk about to me. Like, the whole reason why I'm calling you is so that you could talk about whatever you want to talk about. They never really want to talk about what I want to talk about, which was also very nice that when I was talking to her, we were talking about what I wanted to talk about, which also, you know, reveals to me in this moment that was another reason why she got off the phone. She didn't want to talk about what I wanted to talk about. They like to control the conversation. At any rate, I sent the audio message to another girlfriend, and this audio message is, you know, probably almost 10 minutes long or something. You know, I don't remember how long it was, but it was long because I was just voicing my opinion about what we were talking about. Well, the friend that got the message did not respond to the audio message. And she didn't respond, and I know this in hindsight, because some of the message had some of what I knew about her being in a threesome with someone and being in love with the two people, and, you know, carrying on this relationship for so long. And the reason why I even mentioned it in the audio message was because I was saying that, you know, people don't reveal that type of information to random people. They don't. They only reveal things that they feel like you would be open to. So if somebody tells you about a threesome situation randomly, you know, they want you involved in it. Or they want to see if you're going to be involved in it. Because when I met this young lady, I'm sorry about that. When I met this young lady, I met her at a party, and I literally walked up to her and was like, I just need a friend. You know what I mean? I think that's how it went down. Anyway, I was just like, I need a friend, because I was in Colorado, and I didn't have any friends for real. You know, I knew some people from work, but I didn't have any friends in Colorado. And so I was like, you know, trying to create and build relationships. And so from that point, we started, you know, going out to lunch and, you know, talking on the phone and sending each other memes or emails and stuff like that. And then one day she invited me. She started telling me about this couple that she was going over to their house. And they called their house the Boom Boom Room. And the Boom Boom Room, the first thing I knew about the Boom Boom Room is that they smoked weed over there. And so, yeah, I wanted to go over there because it was like, you know, we going to be smoking weed, you know, and for me, free weed, you know what I mean? Because my work was sporadic, you know, my income was low and I didn't make very much money. So I was looking for lack of a better word, someone come up. And so somebody that has a boom boom room and they smoking and playing cards and hanging out and having a good time, I want to go, you know. And so she takes me over to this room and to this house. It's not a room. Take me over to this house to meet these people. And when they open up the door, she walks in. The wife is standing at the door. And she walks in, and the wife says, as the friend who brought me to the house walks in the house, "Oh, so you brought us a treat." So, you know, I'm thinking maybe, you know, Patrice had something in her hand and showed it to her as she walked through the door or whatever. You know, I didn't know I was the motherfucking treat, right? But soon as I step up on the threshold to go in, this woman slaps me on my ass. And I said, damn. She like, your booty big as hell. You know, and people respond to my booty like that. So I didn't think too much of it. But, you know, it did rub me a little bit like, wow, you know, she a woman. Why would she be touching my ass? You know what I mean? And then her man came in there and they literally like, did the once over on me. And he was like, "Oh, Stan, Patrice, you brought us a nice little old treat." And then from that day forward, this couple tried their very best to get me in the bed with them, you know. And I probably, if I loved myself more, or you know, if I, you know, honored myself more, I would have got right out of that situation that day. Like, what I should have said when she slapped me on my ass is, please don't do that. You know, the average person would have said, don't do that. Don't touch me like that. But my people-pleasing ass, you know, just went along to get along. Now, and I'm only going to go along to get along so far, because when it get down to the whole sex thing, fuck you. I ain't doing that. I don't give a fuck what. I remember when I was 19 years old and this guy named Babo wanted me to suck his dick, and I didn't want to do that. I was willing to have sex with him. He was the person I was calling myself seeing at the time, but sucking dick to me was beyond what I was willing to do. This nigga went and got a gun and stuck it to my head and said, "Bitch, if you don't suck my dick, I'ma blow your motherfucking head off." You know what I said to him? I said, "Well, blow my motherfucking head off, because I ain't sucking your dick." And it was inside, was scared as hell, but said it just that calmly. I ain't sucking your dick, and I don't know what you gonna do with my body, because if you blow my head off, my sister and them don't know them. They gonna know this was the last place I went, because I told my sister when I left her house that I was coming over here to earn your jeans for you. So she know where I'm at. And so he was frustrated, and we worked through that, and, you know, we still kind of call ourselves seeing each other. But really, truthfully, I was just using him for his weed because he was a dope dealer. And, you know, his dick didn't get hard. And I don't know why his dick didn't go hard, nor did I care that his dick didn't get hard. So we never had sex, but he always gave me weed. I would go over there and earn his jeans for him or whatever, and he would give me weed. And I would take the weed that he give me and take it back to the guy who busted my cherry, my first love, baby, and have sex with him, because I was a virgin until I was 19. So anyway, back to me sending this audio to the girl who took me to this house. And so she didn't respond. And I didn't even realize she didn't respond for like a couple of days. And, you know, because I'm working from 1:20 a.m. to 11:20 a.m. And so the hours are crazy. My sleeping is crazy. And so all I'm focused on is trying to get my dog walked, to get my house, keep my house clean, and go to work. And so I ain't doing a whole lot. But once I realized that she didn't respond, I kind of chuckled. I said, oh, okay. She feels some type of way about this motherfucker. So I sent an emoji, you know, I think the hands emoji like this to her. And I sent her the hand emoji, it still took her probably another 24 hours or something. No, let me go back. So we started having, after I sent the hand emoji, that's when I realized that she wasn't the person that was supposed to get the audio message. And so I just started talking about the situation that I was having with my other girlfriend, what we was talking about. Because I really didn't feel no type of way about sharing about her threesome situation, because I mean, you had a threesome. So don't be ashamed of something that you've done. If that's something that you've done, then that's something that you've done. Don't be ashamed of that. And I didn't think that she was ashamed of it. But this situation revealed that she was very, very ashamed of having that threesome situation. And so I got to make me some tea. I can't just keep her and sit. The whole point of me going live was so that I could, where my lime at? So that I could clean up while I'm doing this video. So anyway, I go back and forth with her a few times about, not back and forth. It was really just me sending audio messages to her, basically explaining what the conversation was about, why I was having it with her, and all of that. And so when she finally responded, because I think I probably sent maybe 4 more audio messages to her, because texting, don't come out right most of the time. And audio messages to me is better, especially, I don't seem to be able to call people, that's something that I realized kind of around that time, that I can't call people and talk about what I want to talk about and they engage. And so this audio way of doing it really kind of forces them to either engage or not. You know what I mean? And if they don't engage, then they don't engage, and it ain't that big of a deal, and I move on. So, but when she finally responded, she responded by first trying to call me on FaceTime. And I think I was probably asleep. I can't remember why I didn't get the FaceTime, but I probably was asleep. Then after she tried to FaceTime me, she must have thought about it for a while. And then she started sending me FaceTime videos of her response of what I was talking about. And baby, when I tell y'all that she was upset, I'm talking about majorly upset about the fact that she feels like I'm not approved, okay? Which I thought, what I felt was, that was real odd to me. Like, how do you decide that I'm not approved? Like, especially within those audios that I was actually sending to her, talking to her, I was saying that I wish I was more freaky. I wish I could do a bunch of stuff of the women that I've been around, what they've done. I wish I could do it. I would love to be a more freakier person and just be, sexually open. You know what I mean? So, and I kind of believe, it might not be true, but I kind of believe if I was a little more sexually open, I would probably have a man by now. And I've had several women to tell me the reason why I don't have a man is because I don't suck dick. And I ain't saying I ain't never did it before, but it ain't something I do on a regular basis. I'm going to tell you that. It's a treat. For real, it's a treat. So, anyway, baby, she went off on me in about 5 videos. She sent back to back to back to back. And I just said, that I instantly felt like, this is not about me. She might be going off on me and saying what she want to say to me, but this ain't about me. This about her. And so I just said, I apologize. You know what I mean? All I could do is say, I apologize if I offended you, which wasn't my intention. Because she basically was like, that's why I stopped fucking with you. That's why I stopped fucking with you the first time. So that's what I'm going to do again, stop fucking with you. And I hadn't even realized that she stopped fucking with me. Because here's the thing. Prior to this happening, because she wasn't being responsive to me, and she had did it for several weeks, I guess this is when she stopped fucking with me. I blocked her, removed her number from my phone so that she couldn't contact me anymore. She wasn't contacting me during that time anyway, so it didn't matter, you know, but I didn't want her to just be able to pop up and me just be happy, you know, my people pleasing ass, be happy that somebody reached out and I just started communicating with her. Well, she did the next best thing, which was she started liking stuff on TikTok that I posted. She also reached out on TikTok and said happy birthday to me for my birthday. And I didn't respond to any of that, but she kept doing it. And because I do feel lonely sometimes, I reached out to her because of she had liked something on my TikTok. And, you know, I was going against my inner voice, which was telling me that I needed to let her go. That relationship was not beneficial for me. It wasn't going to be beneficial. Really, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't think she liked me. Because I had went to California to see her. And while I was in California to see her in 2019, I think it was 2019, I met her work neighbor, because, you know, she was still working while I was there. And so I met her work neighbor, and her work neighbor took a liking to me. And I don't know why she took a liking to me, but she did. And so she wanted us to hang out, and we went out to lunch. And this is all while she's working. You know, she working during the day. But this lady who I met, she owned her own beauty salon. So she could come and go and do whatever she wanted to do. But she turned out to be kind of cuckoo too after, you know, getting to know her sometime. But it's funny that when people want to be like on my friend's side, they relate to me like we are so alike, you know. And they always say that because she said, this neighbor of hers said that she felt like me and her looked alike physically in the face. Cause she was raving about how beautiful I was. You're so pretty, you're so pretty. Ooh, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. And you know, I like to get a compliment. So I was, you know, I was indulging her complimenting me, but never really thinking about the fact that she was saying that we literally looked like twins. And although I felt like she was pretty, I think we look nothing alike. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story. And anyway, I'm in California visiting my girlfriend, and because this woman befriended me, she started treating me like shit. And so I got a day and a half before I leave, because I think I was up there 5 days. And so I got another day and a half before I leave. The first, what triggered me was the next day after I met this lady, she said that we should go to the beach. And because the day I met her, we went out to lunch. She treated me to lunch because that was my trip up there, was for my birthday. So it was August of 2019. And so the next day she said we should go to the beach and check out this beach that she knew that was close by or whatever. And so I told my girlfriend who I was there to see that we should go to the beach. And the neighbor lady was treating us. She was basically treating me, but because my friend was there in her office, she was treating us to lunch. So she went and bought a bunch of food from Whole Foods and was making a lunch for us before. And I think this started off with lunch first, and then it morphed into us going to the beach. And so, when it was time for us to go to the beach, I should have took a note that my friend who I was there to visit, her boss said something to me about me being so important that somebody was coming to the office to, bring me lunch. And I didn't trip off of it at the time, but in hindsight, thinking about that, that meant that she had said something to him about this woman that she'd been knowing for probably a while, that had not treated her the way that she was treating me, and was jealous about that, and had voiced that to the guy that she was working for, because he the one who said something to me first about this woman bringing us lunch to the office that day. And I didn't even notice nothing at the time, because sometimes I have, huge blind moments. They just, I don't know, as smart as I am, sometimes shit just go over my head. At any rate, she comes and we have lunch, me, her, and my friend I was there to visit, and that's when she brought up, let's go to the beach. No, she brought let's go to the beach as she was leaving. I was walking her back around to her beauty shop. So I asked my friend when I got back to the office, I was like, she want to go, to the beach. Let's go to the beach. And she was like, well, I think I can get off early. She initially acted as if she was going to go. But then when it came down to it, she was like, nah, you just go ahead and go. And I felt the energy shift, But I didn't really trust myself that the energy had shifted. I just was like, oh, something must be going on. She don't want to go. So me and this lady went to the beach and took a bunch of pictures and had a good time. When she dropped me back off over my friend's house, because at this point she didn't got off of work because she at home. When she dropped me back over my friend's house, my friend was there with her sister. And when I tell you I walked into it, because I'm very sensitive to energy, but at that time I wasn't knowledgeable to knowing all the verbiage that goes along with it. I just, and I believe that the reason why I was sensitive, because my childhood trauma made me that way. So I got to figure out how people feeling, what they, what's going on with them. Like, I got to have these things, on fleek for me. And so, when I got back, she treated me like shit for the last day and a half. And she invited her sister over to her house to help her mistreat me. For no reason. There was no reason for them to be responding to me the way that they did. And so, man, I was ready to go. When it was time for me to go home, I was ready to go. And really, when I left there, I should have been done with that relationship because of how she made me feel, which she did purposely by inviting her sister over and them acting the way that they act when I got there. And I can't even, I can't give you anything tangible that was did or said. All I can tell you is that the energy around me coming into her house felt like, bitch, yeah, bitch. This is what it felt like. Yeah, bitch, my sister over here, not bitch. What you gonna do, not bitch? Now, ain't nobody saying that, but that's what the energy felt like. And I was thinking to myself, damn, fuck I do to her. You know what I mean? And so, as she mentioned that when she sent those videos to me, when she sent those videos to me on the FaceTime videos, talking about, I need to watch what I say to people. So, and she couldn't think of nothing that I had said that she could like flow off of her motherfucking tongue that I had said, but she said I needed to watch what I say to people. Which I thought was crazy because I do watch what I say to people because of the fear that I have of losing the relationship with someone via something that I said. So anyway, you know, I'm not gonna go on in this story anymore, but I just noticed this pattern of her recently that and it's not recently that it's happening, but that happened recently. And then, you know, a girlfriend of mine that, you know, I don't talk to her very often. We talk, you know, randomly, but she was a Facebook friend of mine. She has deleted me on Facebook and blocked me on her phone. And I'm guessing, but I think it probably has something to do with me writing on my Facebook page that I recommend that you don't listen to the CDC. Now, Facebook shows your post to a core group of people, which I believe is about 7 to 10 people that they show it to. And if they don't respond or say anything, then they kind of bury whatever you post. And so she's been one of my core people, I believe, right? And so when I posted that, I recommend that you don't listen to the CDC, she responded with, she thought that that was something that Trump would say. Now, I don't watch TV and I don't follow the social media trends, and I learn about stuff through social media, but it has to get pretty big before I know about it. You know what I mean? Because I don't watch TV. Especially don't fuck with the news on no level. I don't want to hear nothing that the news is talking about. And so, you know, if he did say something like that, I wasn't aware of it. It's 2024. She said he said it back in 2020. I wasn't aware of it then because I haven't watched TV now. I've been in this apartment since October of 22, and even prior to that, I wasn't watching TV. I would watch shows on that I liked on YouTube, or shows on Netflix, or shows on Hulu, but anything that had any commercials to do with it, or I don't want to be. And one of the reasons why I stopped fucking with TV was because the biggest reason was because of commercials. Because I felt like commercials was making me feel like I didn't have anything. You know, it was just like making me be ungrateful for what I did have because I didn't have what whatever they had was talking about on the news. So that was real crazy to me that she blocked me. And I didn't even realize she blocked me till last night. Because I tried to call her. I tried to call her on her phone, and this is like the second time in 2 weeks that I tried to call her, and it's like pushing me straight to voicemail. The first time I didn't trip off of it, but the second time I did. So when I went on Facebook, because I went on Facebook to go to her page so I could message her, and it said add a friend. So she didn't block me on Facebook, but she unfriended me. And she blocked me on her cell phone. So I felt some type of way about that. And I got a couple of phones. Like, I got 2 more phones with different numbers. Bam, when I tell you a big part of me wanted to take one of my other phones and call her and say, damn, you blocked me. But I didn't. I didn't. I just, trying to follow what I'm supposed to do, and trying to maintain the growth that I'm growing, because my inner self said let it go, you know what I mean, but my lower self, my ego self, it wanted to, one, antagonize her with what she did, and 2, I felt rejected, by her. I ain't gonna say that. But I felt rejected by her. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to confront her and ask her, you know, why you do this, you know, but really it wouldn't have been nothing but an argument because she's very argumentative. You know what I mean? It's like her third eye is completely closed. Like she don't even know what a third eye is. And so trying to talk to her would be senseless and stupid. So even though it keeps coming up in me, you know, I want to call her and say something and, you know, get some, you know, some information about why she did it. And when I know why she did it. I know why she did it. She did it because she was mad at something that I post. And that says a lot about your personality, that you're upset about what somebody else posts. Like, even if I did, you know, post that because Trump said that, why would that make you so upset? And see, this was right around the time that Kamala lost. So that was perfect for everybody that wanted to get rid of people, because that's what they saying. I'm blocking. I saw people saying, I'm blocking and deleting everybody. And see, I don't get into political conversations because you know, whatever my political beliefs are and what I believe in politically, I think that's my business. And it don't do nothing but create friction with people if you don't believe the way they believe. So I don't get into conversations with people about political shit or religious shit. I try not to. Big time. So anyway, that friendship's gone. So the friend that I've been knowing since probably 2009 or 2010, that relationship gone. I've been knowing this girl probably since, at a minimum, high school. That relationship gone. And now, on to a kind of new relationship with a woman that I went to high school with. Now, this person is very popular, has been popular, and, you know, been in the in crowd. I always been, you know, people knew who I was, and, you know, I was popular in the sense that, you know, I was funny and fun to be around, but I wasn't the cute girl, you know. I mean, I wasn't, you know, I never had any boyfriends in high school, grade school, none of those schools, because I was considered the ugly duckling, and they would say that, you know. And so my way around that was being funny and fun. At any rate, this girl starts befriending me on Facebook first, and then starts calling me, you know, and I'm feeling really privileged that she want to be my friend. And I noticed the first thing she said, and I didn't notice it at the time, I'm noticing it now while I'm talking about it. I noticed that she would say how much alike we were. You know, I don't know why people want to relate to me by being like me or me being like them. Either way, it's like, you know, why we can't be who we are and still be friends. But they got, at any rate, this girl, when I tell you this girl, she's a one-upper. And everybody know what a one-upper is. No matter what I say, she a one-up it. I don't care what it is. She gonna one-up it. If I talk about my dog, she gonna one-up that. If I talk about my job, she gonna one-up that. If I talk about, it don't matter what it is, she gonna one-up it. And the fact that she don't listen to me. She don't. She do not listen to me at all. I mean, and she's the kind of interrupter that I could say something and she'll do that to keep me from talking so that she can say whatever it is that she feel like she want to say. And I been consistently fucking with her. knowing that this is not a real friendship. You know, she called me. Now, she sent me a text about a month and a half ago and said that she couldn't fuck with me because the relationship was one-sided and I wasn't reaching out to her. She was only reaching out to me. And that happened because I realized that me reaching out to her, I wasn't going to get anything. You know what I mean? Me calling her meant shit. Because anytime I called her, we ended up talking about what she wanted to talk about. She don't want to hear what's going on with me. She'll literally say, oh yeah, you told me that, and move on back to whatever the hell she talking about. Like, that crazy to me. But she sent that to me on a text, saying that she didn't want to be my friend no more because I wasn't reaching out to her and she was only reaching out to me. And I wasn't reaching out to her because it didn't make any sense to reach out to her. She wasn't listening to me. She wasn't somebody that I could talk to. I'm someone who listens to her. And basically all she does is really talk about other people. You know, talk about how wrong they are to her, and, you know, even her kids. You know, everybody is the villain in her story. And she is the victim. I don't know, maybe that's me too. You know what I mean? Maybe that's me too. Maybe that's me too, that I create that same. But either way, I knew that, you know, whatever we had going on, it wasn't gonna work. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna call her no more. You know what I mean? Because I was reaching out to her. She helped me through the process of me trying to get this job at Amazon, because she works for Amazon. And so she the one told me, you know, you got to really download their app and put the notifications on there so when they get job openings, you know, because I didn't think I could get on the Amazon, but she works for Amazon, and so she helped make that happen. She also helped me pursue DoorDash and get on with DoorDash. So she has helped in some sense, but other than those opportunities of telling me about jobs, that's it. Because she don't listen to me. Hence the reason why I make these videos. Because I do have one friend that I have awesome conversations with. And she the one who told me about the Black Mother Womb. And the Black Mother Womb has created so much healing in my life. But I have to heal past this point of women and the inability to maintain good relationships with women, which I think is a direct reflection of my Black Mother Womb. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here, because this wasn't nothing but my little therapy session that I needed to talk to somebody, and so I had to talk to y'all. Again, thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all. In the meantime and in between time, take care of you.